Hi, this is Connie, and welcome to RedHorse. When you're sending email using RedHorse, we have a built-in email editor that has a lot of options that give you full control over the look and feel of your emails. You can change the colors and fonts, add tables, pictures, and hyperlinks. There are a lot of toolbar options in the editor to choose from. The default font that RedHorse uses is Arial 10. As you see where I've typed here. I can highlight the text and I can change the font, the family, or the size. Often companies want to have a standardized style for their outbound communication, like a particular font and size. So that users don't have to change the default font in the editor every time they write an email, RedHorse offers a way to set the standard look and style to all emails. We do this using what is called a style sheet or a CSS file. What I want to show you today is how to set up a basic style sheet, tell RedHorse to use it, and then show you what it looks like. Let's begin by setting up a very basic style sheet. I'm going to start by opening a text file. In the text file, I'm going to paste in the basic code to set up the font family and size. The default in RedHorse is Arial 10, so I'm going to set it to something very different so that you can see the difference when the CSS is used for a new email. A CSS can give you very extensive control over the look of an email. There is a lot more you can add to this file to control the look. But we're just going to focus today on the font family and size here, and you can feel free to explore this further by searching Google for additional CSS settings that you can control. This file needs to be saved with an extension of CSS. So as I save it here, I will change the extension. I'm going to save it into the RedHorse email templates folder. You can save it anywhere you like as long as it is in a shared path that all RedHorse users have access to. Somewhere within the RedHorse path is always a good starting point. Now that I have saved the file, I need to tell RedHorse where it is. I'm going to go to Admin, Settings, General, and then I'll go to the Email tab. You can see here there's a setting for the HTML email style sheet. I'm going to point to that file and save my settings and close. If the user ID that you use to log into RedHorse doesn't have access to the administration center, your administrator will need to do this for you, and understand that it will affect all RedHorse users, not just your login. Now that we have saved this, we can go and see the results. Let's start a new email, and as we begin typing, you can see the new style that's been applied by the CSS file. I want to point out something that is very important when using a style sheet. There can only be one style sheet for an email. You may be fooled into thinking that your style sheet isn't working, when really it's not showing your style because the email you're using already has its own style and there can be only one. For instance, when you reply to an email that was sent to you by someone who has their own style sheet, the original style set by the sender will be used in the email. Your style sheet will be ignored since the email can only use one and it already has one. Second, if you use an email template in RedHorse, for instance, if you use a default template when sending email, I'm going to set one here. so that we can see. I'm going to Settings, Sending, and I'm going to choose a template for a new email. That template that I picked already has a style, and it's different than the style I have in my CSS. So when I go to create a new mail and it plugs in my template, it's using the font style from the template rather than from my CSS. It can't use both. So you just want to keep those two things in mind when you're using a CSS. If you already have templates in RedHorse that are using a different style, you might want to change them so that they use the new style from your RedHorse style sheet. That's how to set your default font in the RedHorse editor. Thanks for watching.